Alright, welcome to the second video of Only Dino. So this new channel is all about vlogs, and it's kind of a backup channel to Dino DC because I want to show more of the stuff that we kind of get to cover here in Japan. And with the Wekfest episode having gone live on Dino DC already, I thought, why not do a walkthrough of the Wekfest show, Wekfest rather, and kind of show you, or at least attempt to show you every single car that's been on display. So I'm gonna kind of keep my talking to a very minimum and basically start a walkthrough of the event, starting right here at Garage Active. So we'll start at their pair of new cars, 35 and 34, right across to their famous 33 and 32 Widebody conversion, the old carbon one, and the blue iteration here, massive turbo. Work Wheels have a booth here, so we'll do the whole bottom of the show here to start off with. This is the Wekfest booth, and for the entire show there's been a massive line of people lining up to buy t-shirts. We'll start at this corner, and again I apologize, there are so many speakers blaring music in this venue. Let's get going. Delta on T37s, so much goodness, but I'll keep going past the Chevy Impala here. Love 635s. Heading up into the Mad Lane area. This is the white 964 running their original wheels, and the 512 TR dumped right to the ground. Over here is their 930 slant nose turbo, which has a really cool interior. I mean, the interior is the sell point of this particular build, including these wheels. How cool is that? We'll keep going up and down this smaller row of cars, starting with the two Tommy Kaira M19s, complete cars. These are 2 of 8 cars that were built back in the day. E34 station wagon, Rocket Bunny kit of 180. Back to the Delta. A few more Hondas to look at here. Very nice CRX on Meisters. Another really nice CRX. Love me a simple S15 build just like this. T37s always fit so well. This nice BMW lineup, including a race replica Z3 and a couple of more E46s from Advance. Nice EK at Auto Fashion. Let's check out some GTRs. So this Jing R32 runs a Group A setup, so it runs race slicks, so that's why it sits on those massive sidewalls. Really cool build. Another 32 GTR 33 and 34, which was actually at the race event last weekend, sitting on T37Bs. Go through the crowds again, right onto this really sick S14. Level 1 NSX. This owner actually owns a really sick FCRX7 as well. Nice G-body, Widebody FD, running TCP Magic Arrow. 6Z32 on VS's. Turbocharged 4A. That little Starlet. That 4A sits so low down. Another Z3, low brain E46. Another nice pickup. Alpina. And then we get into the Desmond Wheels Rega Master booth. So you can see all the new fitment of wheels that they do these days. You can pretty much find any fitment for any modern car. This is the only new Gen Z here at the show. Speedform with their new Gen and old Gen Z representing. Right, let's keep walking. .996 on Larson wheels. Pair of E36s. One a drop top on AC Schnitzer wheels. Old school Benz. And the J-Beat Customs. Datsun truck on Watanabes. More GTR stuff here. Starting with this R32 and T37s. You have an Itasha R33 GTR, 11 notch. Look at the strengthening going on in this engine bay. Stock BNR 34 wheels in this Zafiro. RB25 with a big ass turbo. Another Hachi EG6. And we'll go around the back and check out this deep purple Acura NSX on Mugen wheels. And the engine bay is something special. R33 GTR on LMGT1s, hell yes. SSRs for this 32. LMGT4s for this Midnight Purple 33. And it just keeps going. More Honda stuff coming up. And Kawai fitment, Itasha, Impreza, Civic Type R. And right here at the top is super sick Widebody Nissan Pulsar Sunny GTIR. Let's get some old school Toyotas here. Crazy Celica build. Z32. Zanuma Works, Hachiroku Like, you gotta see the engine bay on this. This is absolutely crazy. Pandem S13. Purple Supra. And some Infinity goodness down here. As we go around here, you're gonna take a look at these super lowered 50cc scooters. So cool. As is this little Honda mini trail. That's right next to this S14 on work VS's. And there's a lot of German stuff here. Of course, vintage cars like the E30 get a lot of representation. This one's sitting on AC Schnitzel wheels. A couple of bikes. And the Widebody R34 GTR demo car. Super sick build that keeps evolving. See the engine bay. Now over to Moontech, who have really upped their game for this year. Massive booth with over 20 cars showcasing their products. More specifically their air suspension called Plume. Nice Aventador here. Right next door we have Airlift, this nice E34. It's sad the R8 is no longer in production because this thing still looks amazing. We have the Live to Offend E36 M3 that Moontech built in collaboration with Grady. And that's because it has a Grady turbo. Wow. This GR86, again from Moontech, is on point. I'm gonna check out the interior on this. Rocket Bunny, Widebody, execution done to perfection. And kind of shocking everybody this year, a GT3 GTR, again from Moontech. Always cool when you see race cars at these events. Oh yeah, please. Yeah. And you can take a look at the race cabin. Oh yeah. かっこいいね。Moontech やばいことをしてね。ありがとう。And you can see the engine, not much tuning obviously because they're kind of limited to what they can do, but it has GT3 turbos, limited to 300 horsepower in the Super GT Championship, but obviously able to generate much more if you kind of uncork the boost and performance. We have an Infinity Q60 and the Moontech lineup continues. This purple M3 wagon is a big favorite of mine, as is the M3 sedan next to it on OZ Futuras. These are some of my favorite wheels. I'm so sad they don't make these anymore. They should though. OZ wheels, please, por favore, make those wheels again. Let's keep walking. Another crazy Hachiroku build. Love this thing. On work RSs. I've never seen work RSs with a color coordination like this. They actually do look super cool. And an interesting color. Right. Let's keep going. Bit of Italian spirit there next to this Widebody M3 on T37Bs. Interesting emits work wheels. I've been seeing these quite a lot lately. For some reason, they're kind of back in fashion. 21Cs on the Supra. The Z4 BMW. A lot of German stuff here. This is so sick. So good. Interesting build here. It's running the new generation Prius headlights. Interesting way to do up a DC5 Integra. Okay, before we do this lineup, let's go back here and finish that one closer to the wall so we don't skip anything, because I am trying to show you guys a bit of everything. Again, sorry for the music. It gets really loud down here. I was raised in the hood, with the this crazy Widebody S14. Hello. And this super sick Aristo with the widest rear fenders. Look at the size of the tires. Some extremely deep dish work VS's. Let's go past the Ferrari here and start going down here. Bit of German VIP here. I can have fond memories of the T37 RTs. I used to run these on the GTR a couple of years back. Z31Z with an L series. Still a building process, but very cool idea nonetheless. Next to it, R32 GTR, super sick Mazda Roadster. Tandem kitted AR33, more 32s, a 400R replica on some rebarreled Nismo LMGT1s, next to probably one of the most famous R33 GTRs from the Kanto area, now sitting on brand new Rays 21As. And we keep the flow going. We go up this side here with the S14, Lexus GS, Lexus LS. It's shocking how aggressive an LS can look when it's done up like this. RC, old school GS, and we keep going. Ending up with an LC. This Crown Afrit is absolutely crazy. This is VIP on steroids. Kind of reminds me of the old B-Dragon builds from Gifu Prefecture. Really cool to be seeing this kind of sporty VIP style back. Another LC. ZE40s on this FD. T37s on a black FD, so nice. And Bentley wheels on a Mazda 6 wagon. Over here we have the Krivich, or however you pronounce it, Widebody R34 GTR, which, if you recall, we saw at the Ars meeting. It has that crazy GT500 inspired wide rear end. Next to it, another Pandem kitted R33. Next to an old school Z. and we just keep walking. This red FD is definitely one of my favorites at the show this year, mainly because it runs rebarreled Mazda Speed wheels. And next to it, another cool S13 build running Porsche wheels. Let's take a look at this Civic lineup. There's even a shuttle. And this Z31 on steel wheels, which has a Pantera-inspired rear hatch conversion, kind of a Bosozoku Kaido Racer look on this car, widened Impreza next to it. And the Pandem kitted E30 with a Honda S2000 engine swap. Now this guy was really unlucky because he got hit on the side here this week and couldn't fix the car before coming to the show. So shit happens, but good of him to bring it to the show nonetheless. Right, let's keep going. Let's do this lineup here. Tons and tons of Civics. Look at the stance on this one. You know what, I have to say, I think Wekfest has gotten to the point that they really need to have a media day, or a media half a day, something that gives media a chance to shoot these cars. This is a cool Madeleine 964 build on BBS RS's. Boxer and Cayman combo. Ending up at this Jetta. Slightly more modern Volkswagens on this side, so let's walk up. Aston Martin Rapide. You do really see a bit of everything at this event. Huracan, drop top on Vossen wheels, over to this massively wide R8, which we've seen at Wekfest before, spanning back years actually. I do really like this S30 build. I just love the color coordination with the chrome wheels. Dropped Jaguar. Another 34 GTR with Z-tune fenders. And we have a brand new M2 here with some additional aero, carbon fiber wing, carbon fiber skirts, and carbon fiber rear diffuser on HRE wheels. And we end here with an R35 GTR. And now we go down to the DC2 area. So many DC2s here. So let's start with this kind of initial lineup here. Notice how many Mugen wheels you're going to be seeing. ending up at this deep red EG6 on moving wheels. Let's go up this side. And the DC2s continue. Check out the supercharger on this. More DC2s. Ending up at this kind of spoon looking build, but not really a spoon car. Right. Over here. Let's check it out. S14 on NK wheels. One of the nicest Corolla wagons I've ever seen. Supercharger in there. And a yellow Forester. Nothing like a cool old school Skyline. I'm going to try to up the pace here a little bit. Although it's going to be a bit difficult because I get distracted easily. There's so much goodness. Like, you see what I mean? Like, you come to a show like this and you got to cover it and be selective. But it's just so hard to be selective because every single car is just special. Look, even here, Crown Wagon. Look at the engine bay in this. We go over to Mad Mike's Bad Bull RX-8. Built in collaboration with TCP Magic. And on we go. And here we start with the tiny little K-car lineup. Lots of Hondas, 3 Beats, and Today. Love the Idemitsu livery, Spoon Sports, and the Golf colors on this thing. And I don't know if I'm the only one that's noticed this, but there's a lot of BBSs this year. And I'm talking about old school BBSs, like RSs, rebarreled stuff. More Honda. And I keep walking. This is a whole different part we haven't checked out yet. 34 GTR with Z-tuned fenders and bumper. S14 drift car, Liberty Walk kitted FD. So much. Over here we have little Roadster on work RSs. Moving on to 11 notch M2 E30 M3 from Moontech. This car was here last year. Another M3 from Moontech, and we end at this E46. Right, there's one car I gotta show you here. How sick is that? Right, let's keep moving and finish up this portion of the show. GT4, Widebody Evo, Atlantis. Look at the color on this pickup Legacy Outback. What an interesting project. We go with the green on the build here. Yeah, you spotted it. It's a pink engine bay and Meiji chocolate engine covers. Let's keep walking past this Supra on BBS's black NSX. Another legacy Outback that's been slammed. That's a USDM car. So I gotta show you guys this drag Civic. Check out the engine setup. Thank you. Oops, sorry. Bumping into people. Look at the interior in this thing. Craziness. Right, let's keep going. Lots of S2000s to look at. Big respect to Amuse, which is no longer active, of course. Unfortunately, the company went under years ago. And a lot of Honda fans are kind of hoping that it makes a comeback. And I'm definitely one of those. Right, another Liberty Walk kitted FD from Gauge Miyashi onto a Gredi kitted Ariya build. RX-8. That crazy Z33 project from last year that runs new gen headlights from the new Z, and also the tail lights if you take a look at the back here. It was a work in progress last year, but they finished it. Right onto 997 and a S30Z and an RB26. This is going to be lively. And over here we have 4x4 Engineering. They are the guys that make the Bradley off-road wheels. These wheels are absolutely sick and they look so good on Land Cruisers of pretty much any generation. Let's keep going. Candy red S14 to look at here. This Widebody evasive S2000 and a couple of CRXs to end this lineup with a little Del Sol. See people looking at an engine here. Let's take a look. Another CRX. USDM and a Hilux truck. So these are the same guys that build that Widebody R34. It's actually a drag shop. So that kind of explains the slicks. A90 Supra on OZ Futuros. Rebarreled Z32. And we continue the lineup with a few imports. Ending up at this S30Z. With a properly built L series, old school Porsche. You gotta check out the engine bay on this, well, the engine itself really. This must sound absolutely wild. Beautiful build from Yokohama. Gotta reach out to the owner, maybe do a feature on this. This is another 964, which is stands to perfection on some BBS Motorsport wheels. Next to it, pretty wild 993 race car. We're not even halfway through the show. Another CRX. So cool to see these cars still around. Super low DC2. And we end this lineup with an old school 500E. Mafia vibes or what? Right, so before we proceed and go through the rest of the show, which is about 60%, I wanted to show you not this G-Wagon, but this monstrosity here. This is a 4x4 squared, which is being lifted even further, I think, because, or maybe it's just the off-road tires that make it look even higher. This thing is incredibly tall. Sitting on Method Racing wheels. And of course these things run twin coilover setups front and back. These are KW factory suspension that KW builds for these special vehicles that Mercedes churns out. Pretty sure these things are extremely valuable now, and they've added a kind of canopy to it. Interesting. Right, let's keep going. Alright, I'm gonna start from this Pandem kitted R32 GTR and work my way up. This thing is unbelievable, by the way. You have to see the interior. You obviously have to like blue to have that kind of interior, but incredible execution. Let's go up this lineup. Which brings us to this E92 M3, which was here last year, and it kind of blew me away because it's not every day you see 4-liter V8 from BMW without the Intec plenum running velocity stacks. Itasha ER34 4-door, and there's so many wide-body Evos. Like, a lot of people are doing wide-body Evos these days. Pretty crazy. Speaking of Evos, check this thing out. Crazy engine setup. Camaro next to a Hachiroku. It's getting busy here. Another E46. I do like this look. Dumped S15 on work VS's. Takashi's ER34 on HRE wheels. Another wide body Evo, this time an Evo 10. And here we end up with a Scirocco and a brand new M2 on. HRE rims. Let's loop around and start off on this side. Even SUVs make it to Wekfest. Wow, this is sick. Go to a Pandem R35. And this really nice 11 on Watanabe's. Do you like some of that? Super slammed C-Class coupe. Honda Inspire and Work wheels. An M4 and Satan's own Huracan on air suspension sitting on its chassis. Let's finish up this lineup here. Oh, this is beautiful. And this Nismo R33 running all the optional parts from the catalog. So sweet. I actually did a spotlight on that car on a Speed Hunter story from maybe 3-4 years ago, back at Wekfest, when it was at the old venue, which is actually just behind here, that famous dome that should have been knocked down by now. How about some more wide body awesomeness here with this SW20 MR2. And so it continues. As I showed you guys on the Dino DC video for this show, I was really impressed to be seeing a Mitsubishi GTO. God, look at this Arista. That's a sick interior. Another one just next to it. Supra S13 with a redesigned front chassis subframe section. Whoa. Actually saw this E36 on the highway yesterday on the way down from Tokyo. Another beautiful 964 on rebarreled BBS wheels. The cool thing about these wheels is that they have a kind of fake center lock cover that looks super cool. God, another wide body Evo. Then we get to this. This I really liked on my other video, and you can see why. VR6 engine, color matched interior trim, redone soft top and custom over fenders on old school BBS rims. Let's take a look. This side. That is nice. Right, let's keep going. How about this for an interesting color for a 34 GTR? Deep blue. I guess it really needs a lot of light to kind of get the highlights to flow, but very unique. ER34 here. Okay, we need to get back to the top there to finish up the last corner. Oh, I'm all about this. That is sick. The manifolds in this. Oh, another GT4 Celica. And another Mazda SUV. Ending up the lineup here with a 2000 GTX Akoska. Yep, Widebody Evo. Spoilerless R35 GTR on CCW wheels. Narrow body Evo. A couple of Itasha cars here. And a Sienna on wheels that actually were never sold here in Japan. These are American market TE37 SLs that were made only for the US importer Mackin Industries. So, unique stuff right there. On a car that wasn't even sold here, the Toyota Sienna. NA RB26. And this thing, that has got to be the widest FD ever created. Car shop glow, going crazy with the GT car for the street look. Dry carbon GT wing sprouting up the rear bumper. Thing is wild. Sequential too. Good lord. And a big single turbo by the looks of it. Old school Mercedes S. R32 and Eclipse. Moontech green R34. End style work of art here. Y32 SEMA with an RB26. ISF. Excelsior. Beautiful Toyota Super Soarer, as it says on the headlight there. Another ER34. And a Nissan Fuga, another Nissan sedan that's no longer in production. We'll start on this side with that dumped Toyota Century on BBS wheels. If we can actually get to see it. There you go. GR Yaris. GC8 widebody. Moritasha. Absolutely wild. Widebody, VIP'd, SEMA, Infiniti Q45, right next to this Toyota Celica Supra on work 40s. Ending up at an Altezza Gita, the station wagon version of the Altezza on BBS LMs. And there's a few more cars down on this corner. The Wasabi Boys. Evo. Civic Type R. A couple of minis. Another great looking Aristo. More modern Lexus GS. Super cool LS 460. Celsior. New gen Corvette.
I put dope on my mouth, make the dope. I got work on me, nigga, I got dog shit. If you hit in your shit, it won't cost shit. Take a load and run through it. When that butt in my system, I fall shit.
We literally have only 2 lineups of cars to go, and we would have seen the entire show. So bear with me. It is a very big show, and these are the last few cars. Super sick Widebody FD, Supra on white T37s, another Civic, a pink FD, Supra on VS's, a Sora SC 430, a Widebody Impreza, Bug-Eye, a really clean S15. I love these kind of builds, just really simple, with really nice wheel fitment. Another Pandem R32, and a Nissan Skyline. On the other side here we have the ACR, Aston Martin, all carbon fiber, Acura, MR2, an off-roaded Audi. Beautiful black Supra with old BBS wheels, Evo 6, and the very last car from this coverage of Wekfest 2024, a 70 series Supra. Right, hope you enjoyed that. That was a hell of a walk. I can barely breathe. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more of these kind of videos on this Only Dino channels, all about vlogs and the extra stuff that we can't post on the main channel. Hope you enjoyed it.
energy.